Dumelang, Ache, Sanbonani, Galamogela mo Yusram Herbal Natural Herbs page. Libitso la ka ke nna Rio, and I'm not alone. Kinale, my fellow colleague here, Titi. Titi, please do the honors and greet the viewers.
Hi everyone, good morning, and how was your weekend? Thank you for joining us again on Yusram Natural Herb. You're welcome to the program. We sincerely apologize for the way the program ended last week. It was due to circumstances beyond our control, which was the network. If you followed our program from the beginning, we made mention of something like that. And we also apologize for coming late today. Of course, you can guess what happened. Also the network, but let's hope that we'll enjoy the next 30 minutes without any interruptions. Thank you.
All right. As me a kopile tshwarelo re maswabi thata gore mo bekeng e fitileng re no kgaogile fela mme ge e ne se phoso ya rona network ya ka le itse gore e na le go staka mare go maswabi thata for se se etsagetseng beke e fitileng gompieno le teng re kopa tshwarelo ya ka re simolotse lata re na le bothata ba network ka kwano mare re tshepa gore gompieno re ka se be le bothata bo. So re kopa gore le nne le rona le nne le mamello as re ntse re lokisa re mo leetong dio tse dingwe ga di mo controlong ya rona mme ge ke rona ba le amogetse ke tshepa gore weekend ya lona ne le monate le siame le tsogile sentle gompieno so gompieno re tswela gape mo topicing ya rona ya last week reflections on your life during the COVID times. So, we want to focus more on encouragement as we understand Hori. This time has been tough. I mean, we've all gone through one thing or another. However, we are still alive. So that's the most important thing. And even though some of us are still recovering from the loved ones we've lost, and others also recovering from the fact that they did get COVID, even though they did not die. But that will also affect you mentally. So you need to recover from that as well. And we just want to say to you guys, hold on, take it one day at a time as we all are, as we journey together.
Yeah, because these two will pass. These two shall pass. Just like I the way I see this pandemic, this COVID of a thing, I'm not sure if we're completely going to get over it. I'm saying it in the way that we might end up living with it like the HIV/AIDS. Yeah, so I think that would be more of a positive thing about it, that you can actually survive it with the vaccine now available. So it's quite different from when it wasn't available. You know, it took quite a long time before all over the world before they could come up with something or before it could be approved. So I think on a long term, if you can be vaccinated, then you'll be sure, even if you do come in contact with it, you end up with the COVID-19, then when you're vaccinated, then you can recover from it. So I think that's the brighter side of it. Because last week we spoke more of the negative aspect of it. So let's look at the brighter side, because there's always two sides to a coin. If you think of the negative, you should always talk about the positive. And talking about the positive side, I think for some companies, they still retain their staffs, but asking them to work from home. So whereby helping the company to cut down on some costs and also the employees. Because you can imagine if I was going to work, definitely to get there, I'll spend some money. To come back home, I'll spend some money. But working from home, I save that money. So that's the positive side. And on the side of the company, if at all some people are laid off, those who are retained and are allowed to work from home, it's still something, because if you have staff, okay, just like you said last week, the workspace, if we were using, let's say, a 3-bedroom before, now it can be cut down to 1 or 2. But at the same time, money will still be coming in because our staffs are working from home. So I think that is a positive side to it. So what do you think? What's your take on it?
No, my take on it is that even during these hard times where people have lost their jobs, there are still other opportunities where I know of people who are getting jobs actually. So it's not like it's all bad. There
It's
are
not
some
completely bad.
yes.
Just like I said, there are two sides to a coin.
Yes. So I know of a number of people who've gotten jobs during this season, who have started new jobs, even when others are losing their jobs. But others have also started on new jobs, and others have had also the opportunity to go to school, to get registered for school. So there's quite a number of positivity, and also I think the ones who have newborn babies.
Wow, because the lockdown, a lot of pregnancies.
That's still worth celebrating.
A lot of people got pregnant during the lockdown. So
that was a great celebration. I think that should also be celebrated, as it was an awesome thing.
Yeah, that's a positive side to the story.
Say we still have babies that are coming, and they are alive, they are healthy, they are bouncing, And I think what's also great about having a baby during this COVID times is that you get to bond together as a family.
Yeah, you don't have to wake up to rush down to work. So the father too has to participate in taking care of the baby. Yes. Whereas if it was before the lockdown or before the pandemic, the father would have gone to work while the mother stayed home with the baby. Even the first time parents. So the communication will be on the phone. Oh, hi darling, how's the baby doing? But now he doesn't have to ask because he's also working from home.
You see?
So, and aside from that, now I think the technology, most of us learn more about making proper use of the technology now. Because now you can work from home. You can also learn a lot on the internet. Before we didn't have the opportunity to do that because those of us who are working from 9 to 5, so you have to wake up and rush to work. When you come back home, the first thing you think of is getting ready for the following day. But now when you're at home, you have your internet with you. So whatever you want to learn, like I have a friend who learned making of dresses on the internet while she was home because she had the opportunity to work from home.
Exactly.
So when she finished working, she was also learning something which she didn't have the opportunity to do before. So that is also part of the positive side of it. And somebody also, I think she gained admission through a course she took on the internet. Yeah, so now she has traveled to the UK with that. If not for the pandemic, I don't think she would ever have thought of that because we are so accustomed to waking up early, going to work, and coming back home. That is our way of life, and we look forward to the weekend. But now there's a lot of opportunities for us because we are being locked down. So that is the good side of it.
Yeah, and I mean, moreover, reflections and life during the COVID. A lot of people have taken time out to think on themselves, where they are in life, what happened to some of their dreams, some of their desires, and they started working on those during the COVID because there wasn't a lot of movement of visiting friends. So due to that, a lot of people, like my fellow colleague has just said right now, have opened up companies and businesses because of the time they took to reflect, to see what can
be done. You can't just be sitting at home and sleeping from morning till night.
So what can I do? And I mean, like, what opportunities are available now with this COVID, apart from starting a business of doing masks, which a lot of people went into that business during the COVID. There are other opportunities that are there, that are available. So a lot of people have given birth to companies, have given birth to new ideas.
And the beauty of it is that everything is being operated from home.
You see. So we congratulate you if you were able to do such things, working on your dreams, coming alive again, your hobbies that you didn't have even time to work on because of
that you didn't
work.
even think about.
We celebrate you. We say congratulations. And if you are still out there and you're still having it difficult in your life in terms of what to do, maybe finances are not going the way you thought they would, things are tight, hold on. It's just but a season. Hold on.
There's a light at the end
this
of the
is
tunnel.
not the end of the road for you. It's just but a season. Things will turn around for your good. So just keep the positive vibes, read positive stories, get stories from people who probably went through a difficulty but are now having to see the light. Surround yourself with positive people, read encouragement. Do as much as you can. Listen to good music, whatever that helps you for your spirit,
whatever motivates you
to be uplifted. Some people are spiritual, so they go to church. Churches are now open, even though the number is limited to 100 indoor and 250 outside. Try to go to church, or even better, log on online, because most churches are also having online services.
Yeah.
So tune in, get encouraged. Whatsoever you do that will help you to be encouraged, tune into that mode. It's not the end of the world. Things will turn around for your good, definitely, because even nature tells us that things are not always the same. I mean, now in South Africa, we are now in autumn.
Yeah.
So before you know it, in 2 months' time, we will be in winter. And winter, we know it's a cold, it gets dark quickly, the days are shorter, while the nights are longer. So you just know that seasons change. Before you know it, we are in spring. We're breathing new air, the flowers are looking good. And then before you know it, we are in summer. So that's nature, and that's how our lives are. Things aren't always smooth, things aren't always difficult. So that's part of our journey in life. Look at nature and take even motivation from that, to say you are in just but a season. It's not the end of the world.
Yeah, you're absolutely correct. I don't know, for those who are watching us out there, if you are interested in sharing with us, we really appreciate it. If you want to call in, our number is 072 173 8008. 072 173 8008. That's the number to call in, because problem shared is partially solved. If you tell me your experience, I can learn from you. And if I tell you mine, you can learn from me. And this pandemic is not your thing or my thing. It's for everybody. It affects all of us. But it can be either the negative aspect of it you want to share, or the positive side of it. Like I told you, there's a friend of mine who learned something. What did you gain? What new experience did you learn during this pandemic? For me, it taught me that there's light at the end of the tunnel. Because apart from knowing that whatever has a beginning must have an end. When the coronavirus started in China, we were all saying, oh, thank God it didn't come to Africa, that is in China. Unknown to us that it's something that will eventually spread like wildfire. But look at us now. Here we are, from total lockdown to level 1. Now we can sit together. Before, I must not even leave my house, but now I can go out. All I need to do is take the preventive measures, wear my mask, use sanitizers, and make sure I monitor my temperature. Then we're good. So there's a positive side of it. Just like I said earlier, it's something that we're going to learn to live with. But I know that there will always be light at the end of the tunnel. So that is my take on it.
And I mean, one of the things that I also personally learned during this COVID is that, like the seed, the seed, any seed that you want to plant. When you plant a seed, it gets hidden for a while. In fact, if I don't tell you that, Titi, I've put a seed here, you won't know.
I wouldn't know,
because it's covered for a while. But after some time, that seed will bring out something. It will sprout, and you'll see something like, oh, I wasn't aware there's something. There's something that's happening there. So that is how things are with our lives as well. To say, sometimes when you are working on certain things, they don't give you the results immediately. So you need to work on them in a private space. Don't be quick to share what you're working on.
Learn to keep things to yourself.
To share what you're working on. The minute you share what you're working on, you will receive different response from people. and some negative opinions can really discourage you.
Yeah.
So sometimes learn to just work on some things in private until such a time that it can show forth itself, that you yourself will be encouraged to say, okay, I'm seeing the results on this thing that I've been working on. So that's something that I also learned, because remember, with this lockdown situation, we were forced to stay at home and really work on things without interacting with friends, with colleagues, with family. Even though we interacted online, it's not the same as when you interact in person. You know?
No.
And we understand.
You can't hug somebody on the internet.
You know.
You can't kiss somebody on the internet. You can only blow it, and that's it.
And we couldn't have long conversations that we would have while we are sitting.
It becomes boring.
No, besides boring, there was an aspect of internet. Not everyone can afford
the Wi-Fi.
That internet of doing video call every day, of
absolutely.
Even being on the WhatsApp call for that long. So,
the little cash that everybody had in the house was being spent on food.
You see. So learn to keep things to yourself. Build on it in private, and when the time is right for you to share it with others.
When it sprouts, people will see it.
You will see it. You won't even have to say much.
It's just like a woman that is pregnant. You go to the hospital, the doctor confirms you're pregnant. Then you start calling this and that, I'm pregnant. Eventually it will show. Because after the first 4 months, your stomach will start protruding. So that is it. So there's no need to announce. Just wait and let it show by itself. And one more thing, please, friends, family, colleagues, don't take it personal when people don't share their stuff with you. Don't take it personal. It's not about you. It's not to say you are bad or anything. Just It's a personal decision.
It's a personal decision. So please give those people a chance to work on their dreams, their goals in private. And when it springs forth, celebrate with them. Don't now go and start, but why didn't you tell me? But why? I mean, if they needed your help on that project, they would have consulted you. Because definitely some things, when you work on them, you will need maybe 1 or 2 people, and you will select based on whatever project it is. But until such a time, don't take it personal. Hey, Ratova personal. Don't take things personal, guys. Especially with this COVID season.
Because we're going through a lot already as it is.
So
without having to deal with loved ones complaining again that no, you didn't tell me you were going there, or you didn't tell me you were doing this. No, don't take it personal. We should learn to understand each other. If I wanted to do something today and I don't want Rio to know, I can do it. Once I achieve it, then I can say, oh, Rio, come and celebrate with me. It doesn't mean that maybe I don't want to share my secret with her. No, I just decided on that one. So she should respect me for that. And likewise, if she decides to do something without informing me before doing it, I should respect. That is what is called understanding. It doesn't mean that I hate you or you hate me. But we need to understand each other and respect each other. Understanding and respect. Once we have that within ourselves, the loved ones, the friends or colleague or whatever we call ourselves, there won't be any need to argument. There will be no cause for argument. Because if I say, okay, I decide today I want to invest on something, I don't need to seek your consent before doing it. I'm old enough to decide. Even if I make the mistake, let me make that mistake on my own and say, oh, maybe if I had told you, let it be like that, but don't get upset because I didn't tell you. Just like you say, I'm supporting your point, because I know a lot of people out there that are like that. If I decide, okay, let's say I say I want to travel in June. If eventually I get there and I say, oh, hi, I'm in the UK now, I'm just calling to tell you. I say, oh, okay. They can just go cold. Then eventually you find out, oh, Titi traveled without telling me. Does it make any difference? If I had told you, what would you have done? Would you have bought me the ticket? Or would you have tried to discourage me? So let's learn to respect and understand each other better. So I think this pandemic has also taught me that aspect of life. that a lot of people need to understand each other, understanding, because some homes actually broke up, broke down during the pandemic, because most men, they don't stay in the house before. Now that they stay in the house, the little things that could be overlooked became cause for arguments, because there's no understanding. You understand? So for some, it brought them closer together. Oh, baby, I didn't know you like this, or I didn't know you like that. So it brought them closer together. So that is the positive side of it. So in essence, understanding and trust.
Yes.
So we need it for us to get along and have a better and happier life.
Because at the point of all of this is that life is not as we know it, and relationships will also not be as you know it. I mean, right now, this thing of going out on dates is discouraged right now with the pandemic. It's discouraged. So you are most likely to have an indoor picnic. You are most likely to have your indoor dinners. So even relationships, don't be stuck on, oh my God, he must take me out. He must take me out. Oh my God. Oh my God.
That's where the understanding aspect comes in.
So you need to really look at relationships on a different perspective as well. Don't try to want to force to apply what we used to apply before the pandemic into what is happening now. You need to look at, okay, this is where we are, and how best can me and my partner build our relationship even under these circumstances that will not break down the relationship, but rather build you up. Understanding your partner's situation as well, because at the end of the day, as much as we go into relationships, it doesn't mean now as Rio I can't be a Rio. I'm an individual. And you are an individual. So learning to understand where Rio is and where my partner is. So let's try to really readjust our way of doing things, because the COVID has forced us. And if you want to really still be stagnant on what we used to do before COVID, then you
have a long way to go. You're far behind.
You're just cooking something for disaster. So to remove the pressure from yourself, to remove anxiety, to remove depression, just to avoid all of that, try to really sit down and think that I need a new perspective. So that's what I can share with you and encourage you to say, guys, look at the new perspective and the new way of really relating with people and doing things.
Yeah, and whatever life dish to you. Somebody told me that if life gives you a line, turn it upside down, make it a smile. So don't ever give up. When you wake up in the morning, every morning, tell yourself, I can do it. I can achieve it. Make a list. I don't believe in making New Year's resolutions. Make a daily resolution. It doesn't have to be an annual something. Some people will wait until December 31st before they write down the list of what they want to do. Eventually, by end of January, that list is gone and nothing is achieved. What happens if you want to sleep tonight? Okay, what's my program for the week? Take a pen, a paper, write it down, and be positive about it. If something happened, maybe you attempt to do something and you didn't achieve it, don't beat yourself down. Just know that you have gained an experience, and it will make you stronger and wiser, because definitely you can't make the same mistake twice. For somebody who has wisdom, it's not possible for you to make a mistake. It's just like a child who is walking now. As the child is walking maybe towards the mother or the father, then he falls. When he falls down, he will stand up and stand there. You want to know what made him fall. So you can't make the same mistake twice. If you want to do anything, whatever you want to do, be focused. Be focused and believe in yourself, because it starts with you, not anybody. And if you, just like what you said before, if you want to do something, you don't tell people, it doesn't mean anything. But you believe in yourself. So whatever anybody tells you is secondary. Yeah, you come first. This is me. This is Titi. This is what I want to do, and I'll push myself towards it, and make it a realistic dream. Because I know some dreamers, something they cannot achieve in the next 1 year, they want to do it in 1 week. So that is not being realistic. You have to know your capacity and your ability as a human being.
True.
And set the goal for yourself.
True.
Okay, by end of January, I want to do this.
True.
By end of January, I want to do that. You can't put all your eggs in one basket at the same time.
True.
You are only heading towards failure. So let's not do that. So that is my own advice. And I hope somebody out there will learn from it. So that is it.
Right. Thank you, viewers. And my closing remarks are this for today. Every day when you wake up is an opportunity for you to change your life. Every day when you wake up is an opportunity for you to change your life. Please let this be something that you think on as you go through this week. I wish you a positive, a productive, a great week. May things turn around for your good, in your favor. And I look forward to seeing you again next week. Tune in, send us questions, send us whatever that you wish. Do send us, and we will have a great chat with you. Have a great week.
Thank you. Bye-bye. See you guys next week.
Ciao, ciao.